For our final project, we decided to focus on how student involvement on campus affects students with co-op preparedness. Investigating further, we noticed students were most involved in student clubs, which was approximately 18,000 club members, some of which may have participated in multiple clubs. Such a staggering number led us to interview 4 students on the correlation between campus activities and their co-op processes. Here are the interviews.
It definitely did let me connect with a lot of people that helped me apply and find job opportunities that I might be interested in.
I think it's made me a lot more confident in my own abilities and like selling myself almost like in interviews.
Honestly, my involvement in Women in Finance definitely did. They host a lot of different finance lectures, so I got to definitely hear about people that worked at various banks and kind of see from their experience which one was more catered towards mine.
Yeah, I think a lot of co-ops and club leadership has a lot of crossover in like working on teams, communication, even like cross-team communication. I work in a lab right now, but we work hand in hand with other labs, and you might not know what's going on with them, but just being able to constantly update them on what's going on your end is super helpful.
Having things done on time for social media, for example, I had to have all those posts, all those email stuff on time, as well as how to work with people from different categories. Since there was the marketing team, the finance team, and all these other teams in the club, I feel like I also was able to really gain this skill of cross collaborating with people from different teams.
The main skills that I used to get my first co-op, like I said, were just leadership roles in which you're constantly communicating but also delegating with other members of a team. You really need to have skills that help you get along with every person, even if you might not get along with them.
Well, I think going to the Women in Finance lectures definitely helped me, especially when I interned at Goldman. By going to the club, I definitely got to see a little bit more of like what the finance world looks like and what a day-to-day looks like, rather than just like the analytical problems.
I think the experience I mostly talked about was my sorority, because that is the biggest club that I'm a part of, and it's a leadership role in which I'm there as like kind of a resource for them. But I think in almost any leadership position, you'll be able to find overlap that you can relate to any co-op experience.
For some jobs, like for example, the one that I did get, it was a Spanish-speaking co-op, so since I was in the LATAM business club, I think that could have been something that really grasped their attention, because it's a club where you do work with a lot of Latin American markets, so I feel like that was something that they really liked that I did have on my resume, because I did have that experience with a lot of people from Latin American markets, I would say.
I think really it does give you such a leg up, and a lot of co-op interviews, you need to talk about your clubs, you need to talk about your involvement, and they expect you to be involved. But you have to also show that you're involved because you want to be involved in whatever organizations it is, and actually like how beneficial it is to you as a candidate.
It's definitely helpful to talk about something, and in like Women in Finance, for example, you get a little bit more of perspective, but generally I do find that work experience helps a little bit more, just because it's like a little more similar to the job you're getting. And when I'm interviewing, that's typically what the last question's more on, opposed to clubs, but both help for sure.
Be proud of yourself and know that you would be able to work hard at your job and you would be able to contribute something.
It's better to be involved in a few things that you're actually passionate about, especially if it's something you want to put on your resume, than just doing a bunch of things.
Know what you bring to the table and be very confident and comfortable in those, and the ability to sell yourself. Like, you need to go in and you want to convince them and be persuasive as to why they should hire you almost.
I would say to apply really broad. You may think you know what you want to do, but chances are you really don't. So I would definitely apply to a lot of things and compare them, which is what I did my second round, and I found that I ended up liking it a lot more because I had a lot of options to choose from there in different industries within finance.